Hi, my name is Isabel Parody. I'm a senior at UMass Amherst. I'm a kinesiology major with a psychology minor, pursuing a career in occupational therapy. Um, I'm doing this study because I've had a couple experiences with students of the population that are participating in this study. I've had two opportunities to work with students in the Best Friends Fitness program. One when the program was in person, and then once COVID began, I continued some work via Zoom with some students in the program.
My name is Isabella Casantanu. I'm also a senior kinesiology major. I have a minor in education. I'm currently the student coordinator of the Boltwood Project, which is the largest and longest running service learning program at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. The goal of this program is to provide enrichment, recreation, and socialization for adults and children of intellectual or physical disability. So I've gotten a lot of experience working with students with disabilities through this program. Me and Isabel are both hoping to go into the field of occupational therapy, which influenced us in forming this research project plan and has to do with why this project sparked an interest to both of us. So the title of our project is Analyzing the Relationship Between Exercise and Self-Efficacy in Students with Disabilities. Our faculty sponsor is Dr. Ashley Woodman. So to start off, I'm just going to give a quick background on self-efficacy. So according to Albert Bandura, self-efficacy is the belief in one's capabilities to organize and execute the courses of action required to manage prospective situations. It is the belief in an individual's ability to succeed in a particular situation, and it determines what goals we choose to pursue, how we go about accomplishing these goals, and how this causes us to reflect on our own performances. So adults with disabilities are relatively inactive compared to adults without disabilities, and PA is especially important for this population. This population has limited access to fitness and recreational facilities. So a big goal of this is we really want to increase these individuals' self-efficacy so they want to engage in more physical activity and that they really feel that they can succeed in participating in exercise. And we also believe, relating to this topic, that there is opportunity for policy change with limited access to fitness and rec facilities. So there is an established relationship between self-efficacy and successful physical activity. Greater physical activity levels influence the ability to complete activities of daily living, which we will touch upon in our methods section more. And we hope that increasing individual self-efficacy will increase their ability to set physical activity goals for themselves.
Our research questions for this project include, number one, how do the participants' levels of self-efficacy change from pre to post intervention? So how we'll answer this question is to collect a baseline amount of data before the intervention is implemented. And then we will ask the same questions from our questionnaires after the intervention has ended. So we'll be able to assess whether or not a change has occurred in the participants' levels of self-efficacy. And then I will explain later how we will measure self-efficacy and activities of daily living as well, which brings us to our next question, which is, how does this intervention affect the participants' ability to engage in everyday tasks? So this question is asking about the measure of activities of daily living. We are hypothesizing that there will be a positive impact on participants in their daily and day-to-day living. So we believe that with exercise, participants will be able to not only have a greater level of self-efficacy, but also can complete their daily activities more efficiently. So more specifically, we'll be utilizing the participation of 17 Berkshire Hill Music Academy students, all of whom are over the age of 18. Like I said earlier, in terms of data collection, we'll be collecting a baseline amount of data before the intervention begins. We'll also be collecting some data during the intervention. So we'll be able to see just, how things are going. And then post-intervention will be the same questions that were asked as were asked in the pre-intervention questionnaires. So we'll be able to assess a change that way. So questions on these questionnaires that we'll be asking the students are related to exercise ability. So students will be asked questions such as, how often do you participate in, swimming, walking, running, dancing, all different kinds of exercises. And then secondly, they'll be asked questions about their ability to perform activities of daily living. So, questions such as, how capable are you to shop independently? How capable are you to answer the phone, to clean, cook, and whatnot, daily required tasks for individuals. And then finally, another self-efficacy measure will be the self-efficacy scale, the general efficacy scale. So I'll be asking questions where students will identify how true a statement is to them. So this will include questions or statements such as, I can solve most problems if I invest the effort, or I am certain that I can accomplish my goals. So students will identify whether or not that statement is true to them. And in that way, we will be able to measure the questions that we are asking. So finally, we'll be administering this intervention through Zoom. It will take place over the course of 3 weeks, twice a week, for a total of 6 sessions. The sessions will be pretty identical to each other, including a warm-up, a workout, and a wrap-up / cool down. The first session and the last session will look a little bit different because we'll need to take some time to do the pre and post questionnaires respectively. And then around the 3rd or 4th session, we'll do a check-in, like I said, just to see how the students are doing, how they're feeling, whether or not they're enjoying themselves, etc. So each workout will use aerobic and muscle strengthening exercises, and how we will do this is by using certain equipment such as dumbbells, yoga mats, kettlebells, resistance bands, and then body weight exercises. And in terms of the student safety, a Berkshire Hills Music Academy staff member will be present at all times. So we are not able to analyze the data as of now. We are still currently in the process of collecting the data. However, we do anticipate that our data will show that this intervention of exercise positively impacts the participants' levels of self-efficacy. And so that's in terms of those statements that we explained earlier, statements about self-efficacy in general, and then questions about activities of daily living. So then this as a whole will give us a picture of how the students' qualities of life have changed. So those are our goals, and that's what we anticipate. So that's the end of our presentation for now. Thank you for coming, and we appreciate your time.